Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Orinda and I'm a Dutch expat who lives in England. And today I want to give a little history lesson about why the Moluccan people are in the Netherlands. Well, I say Moluccan because that's how it feels to me. The Moluccan officially is really Indonesia. And maybe you know it, but the Dutch and the Indonesians are going a long way. So it is like this. So I'm half Indonesian, half Dutch, if you want to say it black and white. And so in the Second World War, my Indonesian grandfather, so my Moluccan grandfather, fought for the Dutch in Indonesia, or in Asia if we say it. And after the end of the war, it wasn't safe for the Moluccan and Indonesian families. So the government said, well, okay, they will temporarily go to the Netherlands, and at first they say it would be like 6 months till about 9 months, not even a year. They would be in the Netherlands. But so they shipped all their families to the Netherlands. And let me say, my Indonesian grandma was just only 16 years old. So they have to force her passport so she could come with my grandfather. My grandfather's twice her age. He was 32 already. So my grandpa, so my Moluccan, I got a Moluccan grandpa and an Indonesian grandma. My Indonesian grandma was a cousin and who would be on the court of one of the sultans. So that is something very different than my grandpa. My grandpa was, he lived in a fisher's village called Adout. But we have to see what that is all about true. So we just found out normally my grandma would be from Kendari. But now she told my aunt that she actually was coming from somewhere else. So I love to hear that story. But let's go back to the history of it. So after the Second World War, those Indonesian and Moluccan families came to the Netherlands, and they just want to be there for temporary. But they were not housed in normal houses. No, they were put in camps, and some of the camps were like the German labor working camps, like Auschwitz and Bergen-Belsen. My mom even lived in Westerbork. That they called it Camp Schattenberg. So my grandpa and my grandma and their children have lived about 6 or 7 different camps till they eventually got a normal house and they integrated in the society because it was clear now that they didn't gonna go back to Indonesia. Only they could do it if they're on their own. And there is still a very conversation about it, how everything went. And a lot of people are still mad about it. I mean, like the Indonesian and the Moluccans. And that's why I always say, well, I feel more Moluccan than Indonesian, to be honest. But in that case, I am a bridge builder for that case, because my dad is Dutch and my mom is Indonesian. Although she is born in the Netherlands, her parents are Indonesians. So there was one thing that I still want to mention, and that is not typical why the Moluccans are in the Netherlands, but it is like when they were on the boat to the Netherlands, my grandpa had been told, you're not in the Dutch army anymore because you are, they demobilize you. So you have nothing to, don't have work, etc., etc., etc. And that was a big shock for all those military men who fought for the Dutch. And not only that, it's also they not having had their salary for 3 years. And although Indonesia had compromised them and gave that money to the Netherlands, the government put that money in their own pockets. So there is still very, I don't want to say hate, but it is the injustice of the Dutch government is playing a lot. And like I said, I will still do a video about that. I have been doing volunteer work in the Netherlands to